Well, I didn't take that much petrol. Obviously it's a small tank. That was about £12 worth, so it's only about 2.5 gallons, isn't it? Surely the tank's not that small. Well, I've just returned from the motorcycle dealership, and I've had a recall job done on it, on this Interceptor. They've changed all the calipers. Now, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the other calipers, but apparently people that use these things year round were finding they were having problems with sticking pistons. Which of course we all get on in salty conditions, but not necessarily on a new bike. So they've come up with a modification whereby the cylinders are anodized, and apparently that solves the problem with salty conditions. Not that this bike in my ownership will ever see salt, because it would be on thorn during the winter. And the only time it will ever see salt is if I sit on it and have a packet of crisps. Aha, now then, what's going on here? Okay. Yes, I'm not really super keen on the dealership, to be honest. I'm not sure they're quite careful enough in any respect as far as used bikes are concerned. Certainly I've had sort of experience in the past that's not been wonderful, but there you go. They're a convenient place for the dealership, and that's where I bought this thing from 2 years ago now. Hasn't even been run in yet. It's done a bit over 700 miles. Here. Oh dear, what, is he parking? Who knows? Okie dokie, off we go then. Well, it's another cold morning. Feels like middle to late October instead of September the 2nd. Normally when I come across this part of the world it's very, very pleasant. But there's a chilly wind blowing. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. It's very, very grey. And probably if I was at home I wouldn't feel the need to say I think I'll get the Interceptor out and have a little wander round. But never mind, here we are. There's a new estate over the way. There's no end to the building. Seems everywhere. Never mind. Got quite a good pull. Acceleration isn't too bad for a 47 horsepower. Because when I was a kid, if you had 47 horsepower, you had just about the fastest 650 on the road. Bonneville was around that level. I think the Commandos were a bit more, but I never had a Commando, never liked them. I always wanted a unit Bonneville. I had a pre-unit one, and of course they go for daft money nowadays. It was a nice bike. It didn't handle very well though, and the brakes were abysmal, but you got used to that. You tended to use the gears. That's probably why people my age tend to use their gears when they're driving any vehicle, really. I've noticed that they don't teach that to youngsters anymore. People just dip the clutch and put the brakes on. Well, that's just not in my makeup to do that. I always use the gears. Gives you that little bit of extra flexibility. Saw a car nosing out there, so I'll be a bit careful. We've got a right turn in a minute. Here we are. Well, there's a right turn about a mile down. Never quite sure where it is. Much further. Yes, it's on this bend coming up. Let's try and remember that house on the corner there. Give me an idea where to turn.